Hello and welcome to SportsRoom. I'm Neeraj Krishnan and I've got Ruben Joseph with me, and we'll be taking you through all the sporting action that's happened over the week and what's coming ahead in the coming week. To start with, we have the IPL player retention rules that are just out. So we'll be taking you through all the new rules and the existing ones just to sort of give you a recap. To start with, the salary cap of each team has been capped at 80 crores per team. That's the amount that they can pay. And a total of 5 players can be retained. So the player auctions is supposed to start on January 29th or February 3rd is when the auctions will take place. Interestingly, CSK and Rajasthan Royals make a comeback after a 2-year long suspension ban.
Exactly. So how are they going to come back then? I mean, so how does that work for them? Because they've not played for 2 years.
Yeah.
So then, how does the retention policy work over there?
So how the retention policy works is that all the players that they had in the original squad in 2015, they can retain a maximum of 5 players, not more than that, just like any other team. And of those players, all the players that they had that were acquired by Gujarat Lions and Rising Pune Super Giants, the 2 new teams, they can choose from those players as well.
Okay.
Another point to be noted is that the Gujarat Lions and Rising Pune Super Giants will not be playing this year because those teams are brought in as replacements for these 2 teams, Rajasthan Royals and Chennai Super Kings. So that's how that's going to work. So yes, Dhoni will be making a comeback because definitely CSK is going to retain him. So Dhoni and CSK, they have to. So that's one. And 3 players can be, how the retention works is 3 players can be retained in the lead up to the auction and 3 players using the right to match cards option. Now, what the right to match card says is, say that you have not bid for a player, say that you didn't retain Albie Morkel, but Morkel was taken by somebody else. Once the auction is over, you can match that bid and take that player back. So again, 5 players, maximum 3 players can be retained through the right to match cards option.
I think one interesting point about that is players like, say, Jadeja. I think you can retain a maximum of 2 Indian players, right?
Yeah, 2 Indian.
Capped players.
Capped players, yeah.
So if, say, CSK were to retain Raina and Dhoni, then they won't be able to retain Jadeja, which means they would obviously want to have the right to match
cards option,
which
means
exactly. Other teams will bid very high to get CSK to play.
Just so that, exactly, they'll drop the pursuit.
Moving on to the India-Sri Lanka series, India won 1-0 after it could have been a 2-0 win.
It's surprising that Sri Lanka actually held out.
Exactly. So India, sort of, you could say India lost the third series, third match. Because India took it till the last day. Sri Lanka could have crumbled, but managed to hold on. India declared both their innings. First one they declared for 563, while Sri Lanka was all out for 373. And India, the second innings, I think Kohli called them off at 246 because of the entire smog issue.
Yeah, the first time pollution has actually become a huge reason for unwanted exchanges. Yeah.
So what happened was this entire smog gate controversy where we know that Delhi has been having this pollution problem. So the Sri Lankan players had this, they couldn't breathe properly on this field and they had to wear masks and stuff. So they were keeping on stopping the match, for which Kohli got angry apparently, and he pulled out his players from the second innings. There was also a lot of
banter
back and forth between both teams, as well as the Sri Lankan board had issued a complaint about this. So I think it's going to be a pretty big issue, because apparently now the IPL matches in Delhi, IPL may not be played in Delhi.
Again.
So that was the India-Sri Lanka series. Then after the series, India will be playing their ODIs, 3 ODIs with Sri Lanka, and then go to South Africa on Jan 5th. In South Africa, they'll be playing 3 tests, 6 ODIs and 3 T20s, and it will go on till Feb 24th.
Moving away from that, the big news that's come over the night, the Ballon d'Or has been declared, and well, not surprisingly, Ronaldo wins it again for a record equaling 5th time. Now he's neck and neck with Messi, and he's also, interestingly, he's also said that he wants the rivalry to go further so that it pushes both players to actually go forward. Keep going. Messi came in second, not surprising, and third was backed by Neymar. So you've got Neymar.
Fourth was Buffon.
Buffon.
That was something that was really interesting.
So that's Ballon d'Or for you. Next up, we have the Champions League group stages. Interestingly,
it's finally done. Huh?
Yeah, finally done. This is the first time that you have got 5 English clubs in the Champions League group stage, and so the first time a nation has got 5 teams competing in the group stage. You've got Spain and Germany having 4 teams each, but 5. This is the first time. So the final teams that are in are Manchester United, PSG, Roma, Barcelona, Liverpool, Manchester City, Besiktas, Tottenham, Basel, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Juventus, Sevilla, Shakhtar, Porto, and Real Madrid.
I think it looks like a pretty strong group of 16 over there. But
Yeah,
barring the
strong.
fact that obviously Arsenal are not playing the Europa League and Atletico and Dortmund are out, Ronaldo created a new record in the Champions League where he scored in all 6 of the group stage matches, which has never been done in the Champions League before.
Never. So another record for Ronaldo. Interestingly, he's not fared good at all in La Liga, but as usual, his Champions League luck just doesn't stop. So yeah, that's that. And
Russia has been banned from the Winter Olympics next year, which will be held in South Korea after the entire doping scandal,
so
which was there in because of the Sochi Olympics. So what happened is it will be the first country in history to be banned because of doping, and all Russian athletes that are qualified to play in the Winter Olympics next year will play under a neutral flag and not under the Russian flag because of this entire systemic state-sponsored doping. It said that even the Russian Secret Service was involved in this, and there were a lot of stuff going on over there.
Well, it seems Russia was not just preoccupied with the Trump elections after all last year.
No, because this is a big deal, because out of the 102 events, apparently 32 events Russia has a good chance of doing well.
Moving away, we've got the World Cup draws that are out, 2018 World Cup. So here are the 8 groups. We've got Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Uruguay in Group A. Interestingly, none of the groups there are no death groups as such this year. This time. Group B has Portugal, Spain as the leading teams. Group C has France, Austria, and Australia. Group D, Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, Nigeria. That's sort of a tough team because Group D
is very interesting.
Yeah, Group D, because you've got Argentina, Croatia, and Nigeria. All
and considering Argentina struggled to get through, it will be
exactly. And interestingly, when Argentina played Nigeria, they lost 2-4 despite having a 2-0 lead.
Yeah.
Group E, you have Brazil, Switzerland. Group F, Germany, Mexico, Sweden, Korea. Group G, you have Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England.
That's another good group. Belgium and England.
But again, the two teams will qualify.
It's basically an easy group, but then because we have Belgium and England, it's going to be like a heavyweight clash over there.
And Group H, you have Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan.
There's one funny thing about the Belgium-England match. Apparently, Antonio Conte told his English players not to touch Hazard.
Not to Hazard, yeah. Chelsea bank on Hazard for most of their wins,
Too
not surprising, So, that's it from the World Cup.
Then we have the City United.
Big matchup for the weekend. City plays United.
The Manchester Derby is coming up this weekend. It will be the 175th Derby to be played at Old Trafford, apparently. This is going to be a very big clash, not only because both teams are on the top of the table, but also because City have an 8-point lead. I think, but United are going to give them a pretty difficult fight.
I think Jose is going to come. You think he might be looking for a draw this time again?
Oh no, considering what he did Arsenal versus United, that was, we saw the statistics of that, right? 33 shots and Arsenal could manage only 1. So if De Gea comes back...
And City is a completely different beast altogether, so it will be a tough matchup.
Well, City is on 43, then we've got United on 35, Chelsea on 32, and Liverpool is on 29, Arsenal 28, and Tottenham have moved up to 6th in 25.
And moving to La Liga, the points table have more or less remained the same. You have Barcelona on top with 36, Valencia with 31 in second. Atletico Madrid move up to third with 30 points. Real Madrid drop 1 place down to 28, and they're tied up with Sevilla at 28. And of all the matchups that are coming up in match day 15 for La Liga, Sevilla will be playing Real Madrid, so there could be a sort of give and go with them as far as the places in the points table is concerned. So that's it from La Liga.
And we also have the Ashes, which was there. Australia took a 2-0 lead after beating England in the second test. This was another test, same as the first test. England could have held on, but then they just crumbled in the last day. Yeah. Finally, we have the World Hockey League that's going on in Odisha right now. There were two groups, 4 each. Though India finished bottom of their group, they played Belgium, which was top of the other group, and they beat Belgium on penalties. So it was 3-3 in full time, and India beat Belgium going into the semi-finals. India will play Argentina, and in the other semi-final we have Australia and Germany.
So that's it from all of us here at SportsRoom. Hope you guys enjoyed the discussion. If you have any suggestions, please do comment in the comment section. We're always open to changes. And well, yes, we have a lot of exciting matches coming up over the weekend, at least in football. So stay tuned, and until next time.
Goodbye.